Hi, everyone. Welcome to Vital Healing. My name is Dr. Candida Schwartz, and I'm a naturopathic doctor as well as an intuitive healer. This is my new channel, relatively new, and every Thursday I share tips and ideas of ways that you can use various herbs and oils and meditations and emotional freedom technique tapping. Um, uh, stone therapy, kind of working with the moon's energy, just various things that I've learned as a naturopath, as well as an healer that I use in practice to help support people. Every Thursday, I do a new episode at the very least once every Thursday. And so subscribe, turn on the notification bell. You can go to my website, learn more about me. All the information is below. And yeah, so um, today we are going to talk about being an empath, being somebody who's overly sensitive during these incredibly triggering, trying times. And my wonderful friend, Heather Shannon, she is a fantastic therapist, and I will put her information below, but she requested, so please request. She requested that I do something to kind of help support us during these times, because they're tricky. They're extra tricky right now. It is intense. We are entering the eclipse cycle, a 3 eclipse cycle. And so tomorrow on the 5th of June, we have a lunar eclipse and a full moon in Sag. So this is all about freedom. This is all about letting go of old identities that aren't serving us anymore. So as an empath, as somebody who is a sensitive, highly sensitive, you've probably been told that all of your life. You're too much, you're too sensitive, you're too emotional. It's hard, right? And so, I am one, and I learned how to harness this energy and turn something that felt like a curse all of my life and use it as something that was a blessing for me and my holistic wellness and healing and my purpose, as well as how I can serve and help others. So I'd like to start with a challenge that I learned from my wonderful friend Lita Bartho. She is a major doTERRA rep. I do a lot of doTERRA. I'm not, I mean, I can sign people up. It's not really my focus, but um, 1 drop of petitgrain and melaleuca, which is tea tree oil. 1 drop on your hands, rub it, and rub it on your solar plexus for 2 weeks. If you miss a day, you have to start over again. If you start today or tomorrow in these next days, this will take us to the next eclipse, new moon, 0 degrees, really brand new start, Cancer, very sensitive emotional sign, very feminine sign, very mama sign. And solar eclipse. That'll take us to this. So if you do 1 drop of this, of each one of these at your solar plexus 2 weeks in a row. For every day for 2 weeks. And just notice the boundary, the protection. Just notice. The other thing I wanted to talk about is this amazing stone. It's called Prehnite. Prehnite is the stone that heals the healer. It's really helpful with understanding the difference between what is mine and what is somebody else's. It's soft, it's gentle, and it's loving in doing so. It really helps us tease out and find some healthy boundaries. This is part of my therapy jewelry line on Etsy, so I'll put the link below. But this is another stone that I wanted to offer. It's red carnelian. It's right over my heart. And carnelians and the reds and the blacks, they tend to be very grounding, nurturing, calming. For empaths, we have a hard time grounding. We're very up here. We have a hard time with the lower chakra. So, and we'll talk about that in the meditations coming up. And this carnelian stone in general, any of the colors of carnelian, it's very energizing because so many people are coming to me saying that they're really exhausted because they're feeling a lot of stuff, like lots of extra souls have left the planet in the last few months. A lot of rage is coming up. There's just a lot of really just kind of hot energy. It's a hard time. It's triggering. This can kind of just give you some energy and just kind of help support and ground and help you use your energy to support yourself and to help others in a really positive, healthy way with good boundaries. So let's start with the meditation. So if you're excited about this, comment, like, subscribe, share, turn on the notification bells, right? It's the way it's the world we live in, right? Okay, so take some nice deep breaths. Kind of wiggle your toes. And let's start with a waterfall. So from the crown all the way down your spine, turn on a waterfall like you're unzipping Niagara Falls. And as you unzip, let's just start kind of noticing the crown. Anything that feels stuck in the crown, hopelessness, anger, anxiety, depression, forsakenness, kind of that like why in the world is this happening? Allow that energy to go down the waterfall. Any disconnect from your spirit, the mind, the intuition, the third eye chakra, our knowing, our intellect, our brain activity, our sleep, the homeostatic regulator of our entire body. Anything that's coming up for you in this moment, in this lifetime, in the last few months, whatever it is, down that waterfall. Keep wiggling those toes. Ladies, you can do Kegels. You can spin feet chakra, hand chakra. Great. And then out the throat, back of the throat, the spine, the weight of the world on our shoulders, tension, aches, pains, sore throat, allergies, things that we've heard. There we go. Things that we wanted to say, things that we said out of rage, and the guilt and shame that comes with that at times. Down that waterfall. Keep wiggling those toes. Do those Kegels. Keep unzipping that waterfall. Down the back of your heart. Our sadness, our grief, our trauma, our loneliness, our freedom, our hopelessness, our despair, our loneliness, our grief, our disconnect from self. Down that waterfall. Beautiful. Let's go to the back of the solar plexus chakra, back of the upper belly, our will, our determination, our boundaries, our serotonin production, our immune system. All of these different organs. Just notice the rage that comes out, the blocked energy, the sadness, the grief. A lot of times when people are empaths, we start collecting other people's stuff in our abdomen, around our diaphragm. So you might be somebody who's chronically had some digestive issues. Maybe you haven't really understood, what is my purpose? I feel really weird after I go to the grocery store. It's really hard for me to be at a family event. I have that one friend, and they've always been triggering to me. I always feel bad when I'm around them. They're crying. I walked in, I was feeling good. They were crying, and by the end of the conversation, I'm in tears. I'm going home, and I want to go to bed. So just start noticing the back of the belly. To me, 9 out of 10 times, this is where we get stuck. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Down that waterfall, guys and ladies. Good. Or people. Down the waterfall, people. Everyone. And then let's go to the sacral chakra, the reproductive organs. This is a very tender, sensitive place. Again, it's very intuitive. It's very linked to the moon. Our hormones, our creativity, our sensuality, our sexuality. So just kind of notice anything that feels stuck. Anything that feels off. And again, it can manifest physically, mentally, emotionally, but likely all three. Down that waterfall, gang. And then the root chakra. A lot of times as sensitives, as empaths, we get really depleted. We tend to have cold feet. A lot of us can struggle with hypothyroidism. You know, a lot of that is because we're just not grounded. It's just not a comfortable space. That's why I am covered in stones all the time, and I have been for years. There you go. Perfect. Our grounding is how we feel safe. Safe in our bodies. As empaths with bad boundaries, that can feel unsafe, right? How we feel safe in our communities, in our homes, in our with our families. And it can be nationally, globally, cosmically. Do we feel safe in the platform, in the structure, and in the foundation that we have in this moment? Keep wiggling those toes. Do that waterfall. And let's link that waterfall. It's collected. There's all this stuff, right? All of this energy that's being held in our body. And I don't like to say that it's negative or positive, but for right now, you know, when we have aches and pains and stress and emotional baggage, it can be a struggle. It doesn't feel good. So it's holding our energy. It's holding our, it's taking a lot of energy from us. You know, think about being stressed out for 5 minutes. How much energy is that? What could you do with it, with that energy, if it wasn't going to being stressed? So allow that energy to go down to down the waterfall to Mother Earth, to where you connect to Mama Earth. Nice deep breath. Wiggle those toes. Ladies, you can do Kegels. Spin your feet chakra, balls of the feet. Hand chakra, palms of the hand. Good. And let's invite Mother Earth to take all of that energy and recycle it, pulling the energy back up through, blessed and guided by her love, her unconditional love. Support and guidance, getting really comfortable, being grounded, connecting with her. And breathe that energy and let it bless all of the cells of your body as you pull it up through your legs, your hips, the front and back of your abdomen and back, your center core channel, your heart, your lungs, your shoulders, your wings, your arms, your fingers, your wrists, your elbows, up through your skin, up through the beauty of your face, the shine of your face, up through your sinuses, your scalp, your ears, blessing, calming, cleansing the center of your mind, getting really centered. And up through your crown as we reach up to highest healing vibrational cells, our higher selves, our source point, where we meet the divine or God or whoever you believe is out there. Grab on to that higher self spirit and let this beautiful spirit energy blend at your crown in balance, in rhythm, resetting in your crown, like they're dancing and swirling and spinning and playing. And then go ahead and let that beautiful integrated energy pour down through you, around you, and within you in a deep breath. So this is all you can, if this is all you have time for, if this is all you're ready and you feel good, you've got what you've needed, go ahead and stop here. Do a couple of waterfalls, wiggle your toes. But if you have a few more minutes, I'd like to talk a little bit more about harnessing the energy and using your powers, using these gifts, turning these curses, quote unquote curses, into blessings that help you heal and that help you support in a really good way, a positive way, the world, the universe. So we talked a little bit about that collection of stuff. So you might find that you're collecting and sponging, like you walk out of the grocery store and you're feeling like crud and you have a horrible headache. So maybe you're holding stuff at your crown. Maybe that's where, or your mind. Maybe it's at your heart. You're crying, your chest is tight, you get chronic lung infections, you have a lump in your throat. Maybe that's where it is for you. Maybe you just, your legs just feel like putty and your feet are cold and you just feel, you're feeling it there. But like I said, 8 out of 10 people, they present with the stuff is collecting vertically at their abdomen. I would argue I would argue that we hold the majority of our intuition and awareness and insight and clairvoyance. Of course, it's throughout our entire being, but I feel like second and third chakra, sacral and solar plexus chakras, where we really hold it a lot of the time. So if we're collecting, so we go to the store, one person's wearing a mask. You walk in, you feel great, you're fine, you're normal. You walk in, somebody's wearing a mask, somebody isn't. They get into an argument. You walk out, you feel horrible. You collected it. You collected the rage, collected the anger. Let's say that. And you see it like a ball. You saw it, you heard it, you felt it. However you smell it, right? However you're intuiting, however, whatever sentient you have, clairsentient, all of that, whichever clair it is, and that, see it as that ball, it goes into your body and it starts collecting around your belly, kind of like at your diaphragm, like your diaphragm is like a bag or something. Now think about all the times that you've done that. It's all collecting. You also have your own personal stuff that got lit up. It's all just kind of collecting there because you can't tease out what's yours and what's somebody else's. So now go ahead and feel again wherever that collection is. Michael, Raphael, Mother Mary, Bear, and Hummingbird are all coming through right now. And Michael is coming up to each of us and saying, I have a bag. Give me the stuff that isn't yours, just with your breath. Because that's the thing. We don't have permission to process other people's stuff. We only have permission to process our own stuff. And if we're empaths and sensitives and we're not very grounded in ourselves, we can't process our own emotions through our body and release them. It's just like eating a bite of food and you got to process all the nutrients and then you eliminate out the waste. So do you see how toxicity can build up? So then you don't have permission to process other people's stuff. So laterally you collect and you collect and collect. Some of my patients come in and they're struggling with weight gain. So now if we just release and give to Michael all the stuff that isn't ours and let Michael, the Archangel Michael, take care of it for everybody else. Don't worry about where it's going. Michael will deal with that. And I'm seeing 40 to 60% just out of your body. And I'm starting to see space. Now you can notice the stuff that is yours. And you can start letting it go through the grounding. I'm feeling sad. This was triggering for myself because it reminded me of that time that I was angry or that injustice that really hurt. But now I can heal that wound. can process it. I can learn, I can reabsorb what I learned from it, and I can let go of what I don't need anymore. Those parts of my old identity, limiting beliefs that really just don't serve me anymore. Keep wiggling those toes. You can do those waterfalls if you need help. Remember, these angels and your own spirits, and there's just so many spirits out there. Just ask them. They're always right there. You just have to ask them to help. Good. And then get centered. And the spirits are also asking me to tell you, to remind you, whether you are like full force, like energetic, I can fix it, I can fix you, I can fix the world, I've got it, to I gotta go to bed, I can't deal, I need to hide under the covers until this is all over, or anywhere in between. The reason we are empaths and sensitives is because we hear, we sense that person with their wounds and their pain bodies. They don't believe in themselves that they can heal. They're a moth to a flame. You are the flame, because you say, well, I'm strong enough. I'm capable enough. I see it. I'll take it on for you. But when we give it back, and we heal and integrate and process our own emotions and harness and use these gifts as a blessing, use them as the gifts in our lives, in our work, in our relationships, it's a double win. Because you're saying to this person, you know what? I am going to believe in you, that you can have your stuff back, that you can keep your stuff when you don't believe in yourself. Because I believe in myself. I believe in my capabilities of using my skills to put the oxygen mask on me first. Take care of myself. And as I'm running this energy, you're noticing, oh, that person's healing themselves and they aren't taking my stuff anymore. Maybe I need to believe in myself and take care of myself too, and heal myself. Good. Good. So now I'm going to ask that the angels just kind of help us finish up. And go ahead and take a big, beautiful, deep breath and call your energy back in a big, beautiful golden sun. Feel your energy coming back throughout that time-space continuum. Really getting centered. Really letting the work that we did today integrate. Take that energy, crack it open, and let yourself be bathed, blessed internally, all around you, in your own beautiful, healing, high vibrational, next step light. And from your central core channel, let's spin the chakra system, integrated, balanced, and blessed in no time, no space healing. Let's open up through the body, through the skin, through the mental, emotional, and spirit body layers, and give yourself a beautiful boundary of protective light. So nothing is stuck. You have plenty of room, 5 feet all around your body. And you can ask whatever angel to help you. And it's still permeable to the good stuff. Take some nice deep breaths into this. And now go ahead and just notice what your body feels like. And let me know. Again, like and subscribe and share. Turn on the notification bell. Go to my website. Check out my work. Check out my jewelry. Check out my Vimeo recordings for the moon meditations. And sign up for my newsletter. I mean, I have lots of free resources. Check out other videos. One that might be really particularly helpful is the gut brain one. So I'll go ahead and link that one. And yeah, I think you're awesome. I see you and I believe in you. take really good care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.